Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Arrogant. So in this video I'd like to give a bit of an announcement. Now Module 22 will go live in the following Tuesday on PC. That'll be January the 11th. Now for those of you on console, that'll be February the 8th. Unfortunately, about a month later. And that's due to the whole polishing and the issue of not being cross-platform and Sony and Microsoft wanting to make sure the product is a lot more polished. So basically PC servers are your beta testers for them. A bit ridiculous. With that said, there's going to be a complete auction house reset upon the Module 22 launch. Everything that you have posted within the auction house will get removed. So there'll be basically an empty auction house. Now what this means is that if you do not have VIP, whenever you want to go and let's say post something in the auction house, let's say this breastplate of the blackened jaw, and we rate it at let's say 10 million or so, we can see that it's going to give me an auction house posting fee. You can see 200,000 astral diamonds. That's pretty crazy. Now you can see you can reduce this posting fee by putting a starting bid. If you put a starting bid of 1 astral diamonds, then the posting fee becomes 0. And you can see we stick some more zeros in there and the posting fee goes up and up and up. So if you want to make sure that, let's say, this thing would sell without having to have a posting fee, you would stick a cheap bid on it. But then you're risking it being sold for a much lower price. So let's say we go and post this with no bid. There, 200,000 astral diamonds we're going to lose for posting this. Now, once this sells, that won't be a problem because we'll actually get that posting fee back. The issue is when this item piece expires, you can see it'll be 5 days and then it expires and we'll lose our astral diamonds. See, we should get 200,000 back once we, let's say, remove it. But we don't. We lose the posting fee. So you want to make sure if you do not have VIP, then make sure not to post anything in the auction house between now and when the Module 22 launches, as it might not sell, and then you will just lose your posting fee and thus lose your astral diamonds. You can see again there, for 10 million posting costs, it's going to give you a 200,000 posting fee, which is pretty steep. But however, to avoid this again before the Module 22 launches, at least by now, make sure to not post anything new. You can see on the live server, once I do have VIP, and this will actually depend on what rank of VIP you have, you need to have rank 8 or higher to be able to avoid auction house posting fees. And I highly recommend this for players who seriously want to consider, let's say, using the auction house to make a decent amount of profit. If you're not really moved on into the game yet where you have items to sell, then it's not such a big deal. But you can always go and let's say buy and sell companions. Like let's say companions listed out at 100,000, you'd buy a whole bunch of them and you'd sell them back at a steeper cost if you know, let's say, said companion will become somewhat desirable in the future and you know the supply isn't as high as the demand, and thus you'll increase the price, and therefore only the people who can pay a lot will actually obtain the reward. And so with that said, just a quick announcement as to avoid posting anything on the auction house if you don't have rank 8 or higher VIP, as you will just lose astral diamonds every time you do so if the thing does not sell. You can see again here your posting fees based on your buyout price. If you have a bid that's lower, your posting fees is decreased. I'm somewhat personally looking forward to Module 22. At least we'll get an entire new area here, which isn't too bad. And on top of that, we get an enchantment rework, which, depending on who you are, you might be getting screwed over if all you have is rank 9s. But aside from that, yes, we lose the versatility of armor and weapon enchantments, which I am going to sorely miss, and hopefully they'll introduce them back. But I don't see why they had to remove all of those bonuses. I guess they wanted to simplify things down. They didn't want to have to, let's say, nerf down existing ones or, let's say, buff unused ones. So they're just simplifying things down, but that doesn't mean they're all balanced. So overall, it's a little bit confusing. Still don't know why. I'm still a bit indecisive of whether this enchantment change is good or bad. In my opinion, it's just something new. It makes us have to reset our builds, which in my opinion, I like working on my build personally. I like finding new ways to min-max things, but I can understand completely if people don't enjoy doing that and now are kind of forced to go and do that all over again, or at least wait for other people to post, let's say, trustworthy builds that they could then copy, and it's going to then require a few different companions and setups, and overall it's probably going to cost us more to min-max than it was before, especially with the new item level increase of the higher rank enchantments. But let's be real, higher rank enchantments was always going to happen. So overall, hopefully this has been somewhat insightful to you guys. Again, don't post anything on the auction house if you don't have rank 8 VIP or higher from now on, as your listing will just get removed when Module 22 launches this coming Tuesday, and you'll just lose your posting fee if the item doesn't sell at least by then. And the auction house, very weirdly, will have absolutely nothing on it as soon as Module 22 launches. I guess prices will be very varied by then, so make sure not to get caught out. Wait for things to settle down and lots of people will post things on the auction house. Prices will balance out then on supply and demand again. But of course it will take a few days for people to log in and post their stuff and so on. So again, if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing. See you guys around. Goodbye for now.